All right, guys, this is not clickbait. I'm actually leaving Germany. Enough is enough. Once you cross a certain point, you cannot reverse it. You cannot put the toothpaste back into the tube. And it's not because I hate my country. It's because economically, socially, politically, quality of life, I just don't see any future here anymore, especially not for my children, my family. I need to give them the edge, the perspective. And after having worked more than 15 years with my own consulting firm here in Germany for banks, financial asset managers, financial institutions, I've seen policy regulation and how the internals, the macroeconomics shape real life. And today I can tell you with my 100% full conviction, Germany is collapsing under its own weight. And I've had enough. I need to protect my family and give them perspective for it. This isn't an emotional decision, it's totally rational. I have family, kids, a running business that I can also run from outside the country. And I simply don't see any system anymore that rewards productivity, innovation, value creation, nothing. The only tenor in this country is the harder you work, the more you pay, while all the others who contribute nothing get rewarded for doing nothing. The social contract is broken. The incentives are totally backwards, and the people who keep this country running and alive are the ones actually getting punished. This is not healthy, this is not sustainable. So let me walk you through exactly why I'm leaving and what this means, not only for me, but also for everyone else and for Germany as a whole. Let's talk about the real problem, the way Germany is run today by politicians. We have just caused a fiscal budget deficit of 1.8 trillion. And what are politicians doing that caused this huge new debt overburden? The money is not, instead of investing the money in education, infrastructure, mobility, innovation, reducing laws, making everything efficient, they burn it in consumption and on spending it on running costs, into pensions, immigration, subsidies, endless bureaucratic structures. We have a bureaucratic monster created while schools crumble and digital infrastructure is a complete joke. You cannot even go here to the countryside or anywhere else using the train and expect any sort of high-speed internet. I was just reading Delta Airlines in the air has faster internet than the average German on the ground. Think about that. And we are living in the 21st century. So it's not investment, it's maintenance of decline, what's happening. And the irony of all is the only thing actually growing in Germany is the government itself, while everything else is crumbling down. More ministries, more departments, more regulation, more laws, more bureaucracy, more costs everywhere. It kills any form of innovation. Startups drown in paperwork before they even get a chance to start and to do actual productivity and start their business activities. Entrepreneurs spend more time reporting to the state than building their business. And the worst part, the people running the shit show, the so-called decision makers, don't even understand the simplest economic relationships. It's just nuts if you think what's happening to this so long or all thought to be very strong economically, industrial strong country. You can't overregulate, overspend, overpromise and expect productivity to rise. It simply doesn't work. That's not economics, that's delusion. Honestly, I can't stand this level of incompetence anymore. It's like watching a company run by managers who never ever open a balance sheet or understand what's happening on paper when a business is functioning or not even functioning. Germany is becoming a case study in how to kill a world-class economy with red tape, ideology, and arrogance. Then there's politics and social policy. Massive immigration without integration. Daily news of violent crime, stabbings, people afraid to go out at night or even during the day. Meanwhile, the people who have built this country for decades, who pay taxes, create jobs, and keep the system running, are getting squeezed harder every day. People, on the other hand, who never contributed to the social system, often receive more than those who work full-time. Where's the logic in that? It's a system totally designed to collapse under moral hazard. Let's talk numbers. Last year, for myself and my family, I paid around 900 a month for Social Security per month for my family. I'm talking about the basic, most underserviced, underleveraged Social Security you can expect in this country, where if I'm really sick, I need to wait for a doctor's appointment for a couple months. If I need to do something more complex like a CT scan, an MRT or whatsoever, forget it. 1 year waiting time or 2 years. You don't get anything, not even a blood test or whatsoever. This year, the price jumped already from 900 to 1,300 euros per month. Next year, probably 1,1700. I just saw the numbers. And that's just not sustainable. And again, I'm just talking about the basic Social Security by law, not the private one. That would be even more expensive. And now add to that taxes. Politicians are currently discussing inheritance tax, property taxes, raising wealth tax discussions. And you start to realize really productivity baseline of this country is being punished for holding it together. Germany's economy is not only in a technical recession, but a fundamental one. The only thing, as I said, that's growing is the government. More regulation, more control, more laws. It's an empire of bureaucracy feeding on the less productive citizens. Germany's biggest industries, car, chemicals, engineer, are bleeding to death. Energy prices are the highest in the world. Think about it. Germany's business model was based on cheap energy, outstanding product services. Companies like Bosch, BASF, Continental are laying off thousands by the day. This isn't cyclical, it's structural decay. When politics replaces markets, you end up with stagnation, inflation, and frustration, and that's exactly where we are. So yes, this is macroeconomics, but it's also personal, because eventually macro will hit micro, and then it will hit your wallet, your opportunities, your kids' future. So that's exactly where I'm leaving. My family and I are moving to Spain. It's not perfect by any means, but at least the quality of life is better. The weather, the quality of food, the joy of the people, the quality of the service. It makes such a difference. I would rather pay for life I can enjoy than a system that's eating itself alive. Spain's taxes aren't low, but they can't raise them much, because people are already heads down into the water. The people wouldn't take it like in Germany. And compared to Germany, it's a freer, happier place. You need to think in terms of service on the quality. You have the sun. People are actually happy, restaurant owners, when you come to go to the restaurant. They want to serve you. They're happy without any already included tips or tip expectation. No tips. They're friendly, super happy, super nice. Service of quality of life is still fine. You get more for your money, and your mental and physical health improves almost instantly. Let's look at the bigger picture. This isn't only about me leaving a country. It's about capital flight. When individuals, companies, entrepreneurs, investors start leaving, it's a clear sign of all. The confidence is gone. The trust in the system and the government is gone. It's not a German story, it's a Western one. Broken monetary systems, debt addiction, over-regulation, and governments that believe they can outsmart the market. Not gonna happen. History says it always ends the same way. Stagflation, social unrest, hard times, hunger, a lot of price increases, and eventually after some hard, heavy ways, change. So yes, this is my personal decision, but it's also a reflection of the macro environment. When the system stops rewarding creation and starts rewarding compliance, it's time to go for me. I'm not saying 100% Spain is better. Spain is still Europe, but if things even go further south from there, then there's no other option for me to even leave Europe to Dubai, Singapore, or other more liberal ways where business and family perspective can be flourishing and are granted. Leaving Germany in the end is not about giving up. It's about staying sane mentally and physically, about choosing opportunity over frustration, about protecting my family, my work, and my freedom of thought. I'll continue sharing my insights, data, and report on my Substack, where I analyze global markets, fiscal and monetary trends, and what that means for investors. You will find the link below. And who knows, maybe in a few years we will look all back at this and see it as the beginning of something bigger. A global shift where people finally realize that the system needs fixing, not just funding. Thanks for watching, guys. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment and subscribe. Tell me, where are you watching from? And what's the situation like in your country? Are you thinking about leaving? If so, what is in your mind? Where would you like to go? If you're staying, what are your challenges and your doubts in your environment? Subscribe for more macro insights, personal reflections of this changing world.